Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Stamp It Like It's Hot. And today, this is going to be possibly one of my strangest videos yet. The challenge this month is to stamp with some media other than ink, like texture paste or spray or watercolor or paint or something, some such thing. So I have already experimented with some techniques, which I will show you in a minute, and I've kind of put together my page. Although I'll put the finishing touches on it later, I just wanted to get all this out of the way so that we could kind of talk about the stamping. The idea of my page is that my favorite fall colors are the reds and pinks and greens that really shine in caladium bulbs, caladium leaves this time of year. And this is what fall looks like where I am. Even if you have the caladiums in the shade, the sun is very strong, and during the hottest part of the summer, the leaves are a little bit faded. But in the fall, when it gets a little bit cooler and the sun goes down a bit, it's not as intense, the colors really come out. So you can see these that have a lot of white in them. There's green on the outside. These are mostly reddish with green outsides, and there's an Australian tree fern shown in there, thrown in there just for good measure. So I used a lot of pink scraps, and my title is 3 different fonts that says Fantastic Fall Colors, and I hope to put some leaves up in there. But I'm going to put all this aside at the moment, and then we'll try some different techniques. And I don't know if I'll have time to fussy cut all these out, so I may kind of partially put the pages together. The first thing I tried was this pink, it's gloss spray, so it's a little bit more acrylic paint-like than ink. And I kind of spread it out like so. And then I used some Dilutions cut grass, which I suppose is a good green. And I sprayed it on and kind of tried to keep it somewhat spread out on the page like so. Then I took a stamp. I don't know which one I used, but let's try this one. And I'll pick up the pink and then dot it on there and then on the paper. And it's blurry, and that's intentional. That's, that's not unexpected. So I'll kind of do that and then that. Okay, so I've got the pinks on there, and I'm going to use paper towel to dry that so that I can do the green on top. And I'm going to use the same stamp, and I'm going to kind of, it's a little bit different medium here, and I'm going to, again, kind of try that, and then lay it over slightly offset. That's not a good image right there. I got much better when I tried it earlier. let's go there. But it's not bad. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to add some of this. I think the fact that that's just water-based ink instead of, and I'm going to put a little bit of this on here and kind of spread it around. It'll pick up some of that darker green, but that's kind of a pretty color. Let's see where we go with that. And I'm going to dry off my stamp. And I'm trying this without any preconceived notion of how it's going to turn out, without any expertise in what I'm doing. Okay, so that's kind of an interesting, I might try overstamping there and overstamping there. And that's kind of a hot mess, so might not use those. The next, okay, that one's kind of cool. And I don't hate that one. So not too bad. The next technique I'm going to try, and I liked this before, I'm going to take some of the pink. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is take some pink watercolor with this brush, and I'm going to kind of do a wash there, and I'll do it again here. There's a green streak in there, which is not too bad. And I have some texture paste that I'm going to add to the color on here. And this is a light and fluffy texture paste, or so it's labeled, but it's dried out a bit, so it's not as light and fluffy as it used to be, but it's workable. That's kind of picking up a little bit of the pink, but not as much as I had hoped. Okay, and I'm going to kind of spread that out so that I can get an even stamping of it. I'm going to spray a little more of the pink, and it's not coming out of the sprayer, so I'll do it this way. And okay, so the first one I'm going to do like I did the others. Let me get a different leaf. I'll try this one. And I will do the pink first. I kind of dug it down in there and then smoothed it out with my finger and then stamp it on the white part. Okay, so that made a fairly good image on there. Now I'm going to put it in the green, kind of do the same thing, spread it out across there, And I'm going to put it on the pink background. Okay, it's not as dark an image as I would like. So let's go for some more of the darker green, and that'll kind of get it a little bit more liquid. And maybe I'll just leave some so that it'll pick up some spots of darker green. I have no idea whether that's going to look good or not, but let's try it. And kind of smooth it out and go on this one and kind of press it around a little bit more. Okay, not cute, but usable, I think. Not totally wasted. And I'm going to go here and try applying it this way and see what happens when I put it on top of this texture paste, the pink texture paste. And a little bit offset. Okay, the stamp came off. And totally didn't work. But I will show you one that I did a while ago. Where did it go? Here. There's one that has, you can kind of see right there. I did the green ink, spray ink image underneath, and then I did the pink texture paste on top, and it really looked nice. I think it's a difference in the density of the image on the stamp. So I'm thinking that I'm using a too dense image. I'm going to try an open image next. I'm going to kind of clean this. This texture paste liquefies when I put it in water, so I'll be able to scrub all that off in the kitchen. Okay, so here is a much more open image, and I'm going to get a different piece of paper. I am not showing this technique at its best, and I don't mind that it's not working out perfectly because I'm learning some stuff kind of right alongside you. I'm going to lay that down in here, and I'm actually just going to go ahead and do it as it comes, as it came up. Okay, so you can see the image there. And I'm going to do another one with the green kind of right beside it. And only this time I'm going to kind of spread the texture paste on the raised parts of the stamp. I'm going to do that with my finger. Okay, so let's see how that works. That's better, and it's kind of interesting because it has the ridge and some shadows. So now I'm going to try with it fairly natural. And I'm gonna do it on top of the pink. Not perfect, but again, for a certain type of page where, which is what I'm wanting this one to be, where things are kind of abstract. My conclusion is you're not going to get perfect images with these types of media, but you'll get kind of a hint. You can get close enough that you can tell what the images are, and you can create the mood and the feel, which what I'm going for is kind of a tropical feel. So I'm going to put those away because they're too wet to use on my page at the moment. And I don't like those as well as some of the ones I did before, which is a shame. I tried to use different stamps this time so that the leaves wouldn't all be alike. And I think the ones I chose earlier were better. Okay, so let's just kind of get this on here. Nothing particularly exotic about the design other than the leaves themselves. I'm going to take some of these washi tape stickers from 49 and Market. This is a plumeria, and there are no plumerias in that scene, but plumerias are another tropical flower that right as fall comes, they just absolutely, the flowers are much more intense in color, and they're just absolutely beautiful. And this is the right color for this page, and it's tropical, so I thought having one of those blooms in amongst the leaves might be kind of nice. So what I had in mind was a kind of a couple leaves there, and I'm going to curl them. There, and this I will put on some foam. I'm gonna say that I have enjoyed this series so much because it's gotten me outside my comfort zone, and as you can tell, this is definitely not my comfort zone. So there's my group of leaves there, and I also have this little strip of stamps that has a procession of colors, none of which are colors, well, other than the orange, that are associated with fall. And they were plain stamps. I tore them and used them plain, and then I stamped on top of these to give them kind of a messy mixed media sort of look. So that's kind of where that's coming from. I thought I might, here's one that I did with texture paste, green texture paste over a pink leaf. And it's the wrong color pink to use on this page, but I don't mind that look. So let's see. Here I'm gonna just kind of take, this is my texture paste leaf, And I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put these leaves. I tend to always put things over to the right, and in this case it makes more sense because I have this up here and this down here. It makes more sense for the leaf cluster to be over this way. I'm going to put some of these washi tape green, and none of these are caladium leaves, of course. So I'll just put that. The idea is just meant to be, it's meant to convey kind of a tropical look. And so I'm just going to lay that down across there, and it's the green on top of the pink that is the color scheme we're talking about. So that's all that matters in terms of what we're doing here. I'm just going to layer these up. And I'm not doing a very good job of getting the sticky spot freed up. There. And then I'm going to tuck this one in the back. I guess I'll do it like that. It's not making contact. Let me cut the smaller one out. And I'm going to tuck it up here. And I will use the larger one down here. I do want to include this leaf, so I guess I'll put it back there. And I'll see if I have room for these others once I get the plumeria in place. I may want to put one down with the stamps. And the reason I put the washi on the cardstock and cut it out is just so it'd have a little more heft to it. I guess that's the right word there. And let me put a piece of foam behind it. And I think I have room for this one. There we go. It squeezes under. It's a different pattern of leaf. I definitely like that pattern of leaf, that stamp better, that image. I like the the deep cut leaves kind of show up nicely. That stamp set, by the way, is, let's see, it's Violet Studio. Okay, now, don't know what I'm going to do here other than some journaling, which I will probably put along this line. My favorite fall colors are the vivid pinks of caladiums in October. Okay, so that is my page, and I thank you for watching, and I apologize that I probably didn't teach you anything that you want to rush out and try, but I would encourage you to try if you haven't, and let me know if you happen upon something that works a whole lot better than anything I did here today. So, thanks for watching. Bye.